Welcome to Bogart Talking Parrot channel, where you will find lots of funny videos of my 40-year-old Congo. Entertaining, educational and many helpful tips to ensure the health and happiness of our feathered friends. Please subscribe my channel so you won't miss my future videos. As the leaves start to change, with the cooler temperatures and less daylight, the end of summer is often a relief to you. But how these changes impact your pet bird? It's important to help prepare your bird for a new season. I will tell you in a minute. Please don't stop this video, because I will give you a backyard birding fall checklist on the end of this video if you are a backyard birder. Then you will help the birds are looking for a rest stop on their way down south, so make sure your yard is the perfect place to visit.
I love you, Parrot. Go in. You ready to go? What's up?
We are living in Texas and the weather is still warm and sunny. It is the best time to take advantage of the warm temperatures and to allow your bird to revel in the natural UV rays from the sun. Since most birds are native to tropical environments or else migrate away from winter-heavy environments, sunlight is an essential component to their health. To prepare for the lack of daylight hours and a minimal exposure to UV rays, investing in a broad-spectrum UV light to shine on their cage for at least 6 hours a day during the winter months is an excellent tool to keep your bird happy and healthy through the new season. When the seasons shift, it's possible that you will notice new and potentially unwanted behaviors in your bird. Examples include aggressive behavior, chewing, and an uptick in vocalization can all be attributed to stress levels from the changes in weather. To help keep your pet mentally and physically occupied, new toys, perches, and wooden chew toys can provide stimulation and the necessary opportunities for play and excitement. With the reliance on furnaces and heaters as the weather turns downright chilly, these bursts of warm, dry air and accompanying spores and dust can be particularly hard on your bird's respiratory system. To properly prepare for fall and winter, you should clean all air filters, run a humidifier, and keep your bird away from any of the vent openings. Look out for any debris in your bird's nares, nostrils, and watch for tail bobbing that accompanies each breath, as this is a sign that something could be wrong with your pet bird's respiratory tract. One other task you should perform to prep your bird for fall is a big clean. Since with cooler weather, it can be harder to remove your bird from their cage to do necessary cleaning duties. Now is the time to do an intense cleaning and get into all of the hidden corners of your bird's cage, since many birds are encouraged to molt with the onset of cooler temperatures and shorter daylight hours. Dander may be a big part of what you need to clean out. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and drop us your comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe my channel so you don't miss Bogart's future videos. In spring the birds return from their long trips. In fall they are preparing to leave and migrate to their winter homes. They have mated and taken care of their offspring all spring and summer. Now both the parents and their young adult offspring are gearing up for a long migration to wherever their species goes, to get away from the cold and find more readily available resources. Many birds like cardinals, black-capped chickadees, and woodpeckers don't migrate and will survive through the winter with help from full feeders and running water sources. However, other birds like the Baltimore oriole, hummingbirds, grosbeaks, and more are planning their trips south to reach warmer climates. Depending on where you live in the US, you might see different residents throughout the year. But remember, it is important to always feed the birds you do see with fresh food and water. As a backyard birder, you'll see the change in seasons throughout the upcoming fall months, and there are some things you can do to help your feathered friends. Fall is the time of year when you can get a little lazy with your landscaping, for the birds' sake. Brush piles and leaves provide great ground resources for foraging and coverage from predators. Some winter residents will also be looking for a place to call home during cold months, many of which rely on evergreens or piles of leaves and brush. After the spring and summer seasons are over, most birdhouse will clear out, as babies have left the nest and bird families are migrating for the winter. Remove any empty birdhouses, clean them out, and store them until next spring. In fall, there are some early freezes and remaining hot days, both of which are critical times when birds need water. Keeping running fountains or bird baths is the best option. But if you have a still bird bath, make sure to keep it full of fresh water for the birds. They will be traveling and making stops along their migration path, during which hydration is key to their survival. Fall weather can be unpredictable. There's typically more rain and moisture than in the drier summer months, so birdseed has the potential to get wet and spoil if not properly managed. Make sure to keep feeders under a rain cover if possible, change out seed after wet or freezing weather, and clean feeders thoroughly weekly with 9 parts water to 1 part bleach. Also, make sure to wash your hands after handling bird supplies. Birds are going to be packing in the calories as they prepare their bodies for the long flight. Some have already started their flight and your yard is their resting place. Add more feeders to accommodate these visitors and help them along their journey. Include feeders that hold suet to provide food high in protein and fat for birds to get energy. Birds aren't the only ones who prepare for winter and fall. Squirrels will be gathering their winter supplies and on the prowl for their favorite foods. By squirrel-proofing your feeders, you give birds a better chance at getting at these precious resources before the other critters do. Look for birds you don't normally see. Many birds, like cedar waxwings, will travel in groups and make guest appearances for a day at a time. Enjoy some of the brightly colored birds making their way south to warmer climates too.